everyone, welcome to the Voice of Charon Healing Podcast. I am Almighty Servant Charon, here to let you know you are power, you are light, you are loved.
Hi, everyone. I love you. I love you so much. Today, we're going to talk about Aaliyah, you guys. Aaliyah actually came through and helped me in a serious part of forgiving. Now, if you guys don't know, I wrote a whole book on how to forgive. It all comes up to love, how to truly forgive by a God source, our creator. And I've been through some very harsh things, you guys, and I've had to forgive some things that are like, how the heck did you forgive that? Like people wanting to take you out of this world. Like, how do you forgive that? People wanting to block you so you can't eat. Like, how do you forgive that? Like people just gossiping and spreading lies and being malicious. People being weak minded and following and not standing in their own power. Like, okay, you can forgive that, but at the same time, like, how are you so weak? How are you so fake? So at the same time, how do you forgive that, right? But I did. I forgave with God. But as we go through our forgiveness journeys, you guys, it is definitely a journey. And no matter what we forgive, even if it's the harshest thing we forgive, as we go along life, we remember things that people did and it might tick us off again. And of course, new people might do new things that you have to forgive all over again, okay? Now, so as I'm going through my forgiveness journey, I'm sitting here and I'm praying, and then all of a sudden, a being comes through, an essence comes through, a spirit comes through, and it is a woman, it is a lady, okay? And I'm told as I'm having an issue in my heart, thinking of someone that did me wrong, and how I kind of almost wanted revenge, or I wanted something to happen for them to know not to do it to anyone again, as I'm fighting this feeling and trying to stay in a state of forgiveness, because God knows all. This spirit comes through. And I was told to cover my eye. And this spirit starts talking to me. And I'm feeling like, is this Aaliyah? Right? But, in a way, I'm kind of tripping as well. But in a way, I'm like, is this Aaliyah? Right? So this beautiful spirit is talking to me and is saying, yes, it is Aaliyah. And the whole time I am being spoken to, I am told to have my eye covered. So I have my right hand over my right eye. Do you understand? So as this beautiful female spirit is speaking to me, I am like, okay, I have to look up and try to see what pictures of Aaliyah there are with something covering her right eye or covering an eye, right? Okay. So I'm going through and I'm speaking and I'm almost wanting to cry because it's when you have to forgive some things, you guys, it really hurts. I'm like, yeah, forgive God, this, that. And that's true. But, it does hurt, you guys. We have to go through pain to get to the other side of heaven. Okay, not all the time, but yeah, most of the time is going through pain, is facing the trauma, it's seeing the hurt, and it's truly forgiving, especially because not only do we have to see our trauma and heal from our trauma, but we have to think of the trauma that the person that traumatized us went through that made them be that kind of traumatizing person in the first place. Okay, I hope that made sense. So I'm going through another one of mine that pops up where I'm like, how the heck could they do that to me? That was supposed to be family. That was supposed to be someone that I love. That was someone that I'd do anything for. I went all out for this person. How could that person have done that to me along my life, right? So I'm going through that, and then Aaliyah comes through, and she's talking to me, and she's telling me, and she's like, yeah, but you have to forgive. You really have to let it go, and you have to forgive so you can have peace. Like, you truly have to forgive. Like you say, even those things, when you know they knew what they were doing in a way, you still have to forgive. And I'm like, oh my gosh, even this though, can I be angry just, for this moment? It's just like, you have to let that go. And I'm like, going back and forth a little bit, understanding, but still like, but I have this pain a little bit. I'm a little angry a little bit still, right? I'm a little offended a little bit still. She tells me I'm in peace. I'm in calm. You have to forgive for yourself so you can be at peace and thrive and be at calm. So she was like, I'm at a point right now where I'm at peace and at calm. And you know, or at least you have a rumor or whatever, what happened to me, right? And then I get flashes of the different men trying to sleep with her and what possibly happened to her in the music industry, right? And then I'm seeing R. Kelly and this and the Jay-Z thing and the whatever. And I'm seeing like this floop, right? Flash of all of them. And then from the calm, I mean, the energy was so calm when she was with me. And I was like, Aaliyah, like, and why are you here, right? So the calm, peaceful, you have to, and I did. I'm at peace. It's for you, all this stuff. She hits me with what she had to forgive and the feeling of it, you guys. And this is what she said. I was just a kid. I was just a kid. And I'm trying not to scream, but it was the top of her lungs and it was the excruciating pain. It was I was just a kid. And that went straight through me, you guys, in a way that's like, oh my God. But then right after she said that twice, I was just a kid. I was just a kid. The calm peace came back. And she said, if I can forgive them doing all of the evil, nasty stuff that they did to me, and right now I'm talking about sexually and then even killing me, hear me when I say, sweetheart, forgive for you so you can thrive and you can shine. All this world is a crazy place, as we already know, but everything in a way kind of happens for a reason. And as we develop into our other lives, everything sort of has its place, even the trauma. But we must forgive and walk in love and be in love. This world needs love. This world right here needs love. And when people are molested a lot of times, when people are, oh God, even to say it, sex trafficking and all that stuff is so evil, but it's also to pull you into an evil state and have you so angry and to have you almost want to repeat the cycle yourself because it happened to you. That's a part of what this world does. So it's so important, even when they hit you with the harshest of the harshest, that you forgive anyway, you guys. You forgive for you, not for them. They will serve their karma and judgment will come, I assure you. Prayers up for true judgment for Aaliyah, okay? Understand, you guys, though, at the same time as well, this world is set up in a certain place, in a certain way, I should say. And that certain way is for the people that do the evil to be able to flush out and live happily, supposedly, even after they do evil things, because some of the evil things that they are doing are for people that are higher up than them, okay? Some of the evil things that they are doing is because they're in a certain situation and those people are forcing them to in a way, pressuring them to in a way, and all these other things, okay? Some of the things are way above the person that did the trauma, okay? It's way bigger than we know, all right? So I got a little lost there. But, okay, I'll come back to this. So, knowing that Aaliyah came to me, oh, let me get to it. So after I'm given this point of, I was just a kid, I was just a kid, and then telling me to be at peace and making it very clear that if she forgave all of that evil nastiness that happened to her and even being killed on that plane, that I have to forgive as well. What I went through ain't ish compared to that. Okay, she made it very clear. So I was grateful for that and I received my gift. So when that lesson was done, I immediately went to my phone and started looking for a picture with Aaliyah with something covering one eye. And then it all came back. because I listened to her all the time in high school. It all came back, and every picture I saw, remember she had the patch, you guys, and then sometimes she had her hair. She always had her hair or something covering her eyes. So it confirmed to me that it was her, and the tears that came out of my eyes was like, oh my God, are you freaking serious? Why did you come to me? Okay. Like, I'm honored. I'm grateful. You came to me. Why did you come to me? Right. Okay. So I'm just grateful right now. And I was told to save a picture of her on my phone. So it's a picture with her looking. I was like, why did you come to me? And then I hear an interview with Tokyo, China's mom. Pardon me if I'm saying her name wrong. And a lot of the stuff that she says is so good. A lot of the stuff is so good. It can help people stand in their power. It can help people think. But it was one point where she spoke about Aaliyah and how she liked it and this and that and that. I can't remember what she said, but I'm sure a lot of you guys watched that interview. And when she said the part about Aaliyah liking it and this and that and that and that and that, when I tell you that the screen froze. And I was like, what? Because in my heart, I was like, this is not true. The lead just told me, I was just a kid. When you're a teenager, don't tell me that you're all in for me. That grown man is mentally effing with your mind. So let's not say that ever, okay? All right. Now going back. So the screen freezes, and I'm like, oh, that was wrong for her to say. She shouldn't say that. I should, whatever, right? And I was like, wait, let me go back and try to hear it. And then it was playing, and I was like, should I say something? And I was like, no, I shouldn't, no, I shouldn't. And it got to that part, and it stopped again. And I was like, oh my God, Aaliyah, you want me to tell them? So you guys, infinite love to Tokyo. She says some very, very beautiful things that'll help the world and women in this world in so many ways. But when it comes to people that have been molested, when it comes to people that have been sex trafficked, when it comes to people that have been in domestic violent relationships, hear me when I say you are never, 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 and you know to say never to never, but it's not the smartest thing. It's not the most righteous thing. It's not the most thoughtful thing. And even when you do think, if you haven't been through it, you can't talk about it. And if you've been in a domestic violence situation, that doesn't mean that you've been through the same type of domestic violence situation that someone else has gone through. If you've been molested, that doesn't mean that you've been molested the same way that another person has been molested. If you've been raped, it doesn't mean that you've been raped the same way another person has been raped. If you've been sex trafficked, it doesn't mean you've been sex trafficked the other way. Another person has been sex trafficked. So to come in and say how a person is supposed to feel or how they chose to go through something when it wasn't a choice, I mean, it is kind of when your brain is manipulated in a way, when you're hit with fear, when you have all these people taunting you and teasing you and dangling things in front of your face and playing mind games with you that have been played with people for centuries and millennia, where there's whole cults dedicated to controlling people and manipulating and claiming their minds so they feel like they've sold their soul and have no choice to do what it is that they truly want to do, because there are things being held over their head. There are things being punked at them. They're being threatened in all these ways. Sometimes their families are threatened. Sometimes their lives are threatened. And so much more that we don't know. When you don't know, and you don't know, even if you've been molested, you don't know what Aaliyah went through. You don't know how Aaliyah felt. You don't know what Cassie felt. Casey, whatever her name is, you don't know the experience. You don't know the fear, the trauma. You don't know how she tried to get away. You don't know how evil and demonic her abuser was. Yeah, people are hearing things, but you don't know what it is to be in that situation. There's men coming out talking about they were too traumatized and molested and raped. You think the little old Casey, whatever her name is, was supposed to be the one when she went into it at such a young age? There are women all over the world who are stuck and feel trapped in domestic violent relationships, and they are way older. They have kids. They have less things to have. They don't have diamonds and furs in the situation. Some of them are living with roaches, and they feel like they can't get away. And you feel like Cassie, who is with the man with the most biggest of powers. She was supposed to get away from him. Some people can't get away from Billy Bob. Some people can't get away from Derek, who doesn't even have a car that will start. But she's supposed to get away from somebody that has power over almost the whole industry. Yeah, he's a puppet too, but there's a lot of power there, and we've heard of it. Okay? So, Casey and Cassie, sorry I'm saying your name wrong, but I'm sending so much love to you, and I'm telling you right now, I don't care if somebody came through some powers and said, we want to get Diddy, so we're going to let you come out with this, whatever. I don't care how it came out, but the fact that you came out and you shared that truth, you help so many people across the board, and it's having a domino effect. So I thank you so much for all of the people that you are helping to heal and free. Okay, I know that's not easy at all, but you were so brave. And for people across the globe who are grateful to you but have not said it or cannot say it or cannot get it to you, I'm telling you now, there are so many people grateful to you. You've done an amazing thing, and we're so proud of what you went through and what you overcame. Do you hear me? That's an angel message from the angels and God, okay? Forget humans here on earth. The angel spirit celebrates you, okay? We're so proud of you, all right? Aaliyah is one of the most beautiful artists and hearts. Like, you can kind of feel her heart. Did I know her personally? No, but when people see her, when people see her talk, there's a beautiful love vibration that flows with her, okay? Aaliyah went through some ish, and justice shall come for Aaliyah, okay? God gets his justice. God gets her justice. God gets God's omnipotent justice. God, source, our creator, no matter what religion you are. God, our true creator. Don't go to a religion. God, the creator of all there is, all there ever was, and all there ever will be, that sees everything, that controls the wind, moon, sun, stars, sides, the air that we breathe. God, source, our creator. There is no one and nothing more powerful than God, okay? And God, the universe, source, our creator, always lines things back up. We always reap what we sow, okay? Whether it's this lifetime or another. So things will be lined up. But right now, justice to Aaliyah. She's at peace where she is, but when she was here, oh, they did some effed up stuff. Oh my God. That's all I can say is, oh my God. But those people here that have things that are tearing at their heart and their brain, and you go back and forth with forgiving, at some point you forgave, yeah, I'm cool, and then something pops up and you're like, how could they? Why do I have to be? If when you go through those things, just remember what I said about Aaliyah. She went through stuff that we know and stuff that we don't know. And she said, I'm at peace now. I forgave as well for me. But hell yeah, I felt like, hell yeah, I wanted to flip the world and burn it and F those people up. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But no, let that ish go. So people who are trying to forgive, let that ish go. I say it all the time. I wrote it in my book. A lot of people like to forgive is something you don't even want to face. So to even pick up the book in the first place is a huge congratulations to you yourself. But my book, It All Comes Up to Love, How to Truly Forgive by a God Source, our creator, was written in a general way so everyone across the globe can read it and tap into certain little things that allow them to see how they have to forgive some people that were evil because you don't know what they went through, how things fester in your heart and you have to let them go for you. And it's real and raw. It's real and raw, sprinkled with some of my experiences, including so-called bad language and some other truths. But you guys, I just want to say, let's all pray and send love to Aaliyah. Let's all pray and send love to Justin Bieber. Let's all pray and send love to Cassie. Let's all pray and send love even to R. Kelly and Diddy. And you're like, how can you say that? I have to say it in another episode because this one is too long. But don't forget, you guys, you are literally the light of this world. The evil things that happen to you, some of it comes from, your thoughts and all this stuff, but then who's putting the thoughts out there? Who has his agenda going? Who has most of humanity going through this BS path of life? Yes, so having control of your mind and being able to see through the manipulation and the mindset, brainwashing, and all that stuff is a massive thing to do. But understand that forgiveness is for you and you having peace and joy and love and self-love, especially in your heart. Self-love, God love, and then the love of others, the understanding and the discernment. When you raise up and ascend to a higher power of self, and you never achieve your highest self in this earth suit, but as you grow above the pain and journeys and life lessons, just know that forgiveness and true forgiveness is a part of it, and we do not hold grudges. We should not hold grudges, angers, and resentments because those things only work against us, okay? I have spoken too long, but I just want to say, don't judge people that have been molested. Don't judge people that have been in domestic violent relationships. Don't judge people. You don't know what they went through in that relationship. You don't know what or how they grew up, so their mindset is set up from their parents that taps into how the person is able to treat them. You don't know how they were affected as a kid or a young adult that broke their mind or their spirit or confused them to make them think that that was love. You don't know. Be grateful you didn't have to go through it in that way, okay? But don't judge and hold your head up talking about, yeah, but they could have, she liked it. No, absolutely not, sweetheart. Anyone who says that is absolutely incorrect. I mean, some do like it, don't get me wrong, but you aren't the one to say that somebody else liked it. They'll tell you they liked it themselves, okay? So that's my little message. I hope it made sense because I have nothing to sum up. But just remember, forgiveness is for you, okay? And there is no one and nothing more powerful than God. I was only able to forgive in the presence of God, with God. Otherwise, I would have been on a whole pissed off rampage, talking at people, yelling, all that kind of crap. I would have went there, okay? God is everything. God's source, our creator, is everything. There is no one on earth more perfect than you because you are a unique gift to the world. I love you, love yourself, love everyone. There is nothing and no one more powerful than God. Almighty servant Charon, I'll see you next week. You are loved.
I am the voice of Charon, an almighty servant of God, okay? I love you, love yourself, love everyone. You are power, you are light, you are loved. Make sure you subscribe to the Voice of Charon Healing Podcast, where I speak about any and everything as soon as it comes to my heart. You are power, you are light, you are loved.
This episode is sponsored by Fearless Glory Publishing. Take the first step towards a life of true forgiveness and love with our best-selling book, It All Comes Up to Love, How to Truly Forgive via God's Source, Our Creator. Order your copy today at ebook.almightyservant.com.